Hi, it's Dan Ross here, Junior Stars. I'm going to be talking in this post about blame, fear, regrets, and stuff like you've had in your past, and maybe give you some wee kind of mechanisms that you can maybe let things go quicker. Before I do that, though, I just want to highlight a wee event that I ran yesterday alongside some of the coaches for the football team. That was in relation to obtaining a defibrillator for the club. You've probably seen the really tragic things that's happened over the past couple of years. The young kids dying on the football pitch, absolutely horrendous. So we obviously want to try and negate that happening. We're working alongside the Jamie Skinner Foundation, which is the Edinburgh-based charity, and obviously over the next wee while we'll be engaging with them. So my thoughts, obviously, and thoughts to the team go out to the family of Jamie. But obviously that's what we're doing just now, and it was a really good event, and the kids that involved had a really good laugh, and see, we really enjoyed ourselves here. But all in the name of sport, all in the name of charity, and I thought it was a fantastic day. Anyway, moving on to the post I'm going to be talking about, and that is blame, regret, fear, and all sorts of these negative emotions that we hold on to, which has happened, things from your past. Just to put into perspective here, what's happened in the past has happened in the past. Now that could have happened 5 minutes ago, a day ago, a week ago, or even 20 years ago. It doesn't matter. The fact is it's in the past, and there is no way in the earth that you're going to get that time back. All you can do is learn from that and then change the future. Simple as that. So anything you're holding on to at all, you have to let that go. I'm going to give you a wee kind of analogy and maybe help you along those lines. But the longer you hold on to those negative emotions, the worse you're going to feel. And the long and short of that is the way the law of attraction works. If you're feeling badly, you're giving bad emotions out, you're going to attract back bad things. So it's learning to deal with that and deal with it very, very quickly. I've learned to do that through my life as well. I would blame everybody for everything before, but see now how I've worked things out is I tend not to hold on to those emotions for any longer than a day, or even less, maybe a couple of hours, and just let it go. All we say is we as human beings will never know why another human being does something. We simply will never understand it. People do reasons for whatever reason they see fit at the time. That may affect you, and you're in the fire line, whatever it is, but you can never get into their head why they do it. People do it intentionally, or maybe not intentionally for that matter, but if it affects you, you tend to throw that blame onto them and hold on to that anger and fear and all the rest of it is. All it's going to do is affect you. They might not even know why you feel that way. So the only person that's affecting is yourself. The wee analogy I'm going to give just now is, you'll probably think this is crazy, but I'm holding on to a hot potato. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm doing that. Now, there's loads of things out in social media just now about motivation, etc., etc. There's obviously a need for that because people are genuinely stressed these days. And so the need for that is obviously getting more and more. Now, the long and short of it is there's various quotes out in the Zen, whatever, or Buddha, whatever it is put out, and they're fantastic. And it's got hot coals, etc. But I see it simply as, imagine this was a hot potato and it was full of your emotions, your blame, regret, your fears, your anxieties of things that's happened to you, and you're blaming others for it. If you're holding on to that, okay, if you imagine that as your emotions, and it's going to burn you. And again, if you're holding on to negative emotions, it's going to affect you all the time, and you end up switching off with things when you're so angry. But there's a couple of things you can do with this. First and foremost, you can hold on to it and just feel badly because you're blaming people for things that they've done to you, or you perceive it to be the case. Secondly, you can throw it at someone else. But again, the way the law of attraction works, like I've just mentioned previously there, is when you throw something at someone else, what they're going to do, they're going to throw it right back at you, and you're going to be in the same position of that anger again. So the only thing you can do is simply just let it go. As simple as that. Now you're probably thinking, well, it's no easier said than done. Of course it isn't. But then I would argue, yes it is. Because how you deal with that is, if you imagine this, if you're a runner, or whatever it is, you want to be a runner, and you've never trained in a while, and you enter the Edinburgh Marathon or the London Marathon, there is no way in this planet that you could go out there and run the marathon without training for it. And the other thing as well, would you go down to the gym and try and lift 80 kilos in a barbell without training for it? No chance. There's just no way you're going to do that. So your mind's the same. You've got to train your mind as well. I would always see your mind as probably as a muscle. So you need to train your mind and your brain into doing that. And be letting that go, that anger and fear of things that's happened in your past and blaming others, be letting that go quicker. Then if you keep working on that, then the long and short of it is eventually you will be able to let things go a lot quicker, but it's something you need to work on. It doesn't happen overnight, and I would always advocate that, and it's happened with me, and I feel a better person for it. I teach this to my kids and my football team, and if they play badly or maybe they don't do something right, rather than holding on to that blame, then obviously they can let it go quicker and their performance improves. And I would advocate that with professional footballers and professional sportsmen as well, is you shouldn't be blaming others for things that happen. These things happen and they happen. It's a fact of life. And by letting things go quicker and feeling better about yourself, then certainly your performance will increase. So the long and short of that is, I would always say in terms of people, okay, it's better to forgive people and let the hot potato go than actually blaming them. Because the long and short of the only person that's going to affect is yourself, okay? So if you don't do it, then it's going to hold you back because you're going to feel emotional, you're going to feel angry, and other people get affected beside you as well. And if you're in a relationship with someone, you're flinging hot potatoes at each other, no literally obviously, but if you're flinging that angry emotion about, it's just going to dwell there. And it's the same with sports clubs and etc., friends for that matter. If you're blaming each other all the time, it's just going to sit there and you're never going to sort it out. So I hope this has been interesting. Very simple analogy there. You'll see my wee poster designed as well. Again, that will highlight it even more. And I hope to do similar posts in the future. So thanks very much for listening.